Good evening everybody, welcome to another Shark Squadron tutorial featuring an A-18C Hornet above the beautiful Syria map where we will be learning to use the AGM-84 SLAM missiles. These are the AGM-84H SLAM ERs. There's also the AGM-84E which lacks the wings and sensor. So you can always aim to use the H if you can, but the E is like the same in terms of actual use cases in this, used in the same. So these weapons in theory have a range of well over 100 miles. However, I've heard there is a bug with multi-threading, which causes the sensor to not really work as intended outside of 40 miles. So we'll test that today. We'll fire one missile at the range we are now, and one within about 30-40 miles to see what the difference is. So, first things first, turn the flare on for battle damage assessment. Check the radar's on, it is, we don't need it, but it's always good to check. Next, master arm on, air to ground on, weapon designate, and adjust your autopilot if needed. So heading select, hold the heading select knob, 040, enter, heading select. You climb to 30,000 feet. Now you select the slammer, set the missile you want to use into TMO mode, and redesignate just to make sure the missile has the speed on it. There we go, you can see the absolutely massive range of this missile. You see it easily goes past kind of 120 miles back there. Okay, now we'll bring up on the right lefty the datalink field. Yep, so we'll bring that up. There we go. So we'll press weapon, slammer, and since we are firing the right missile first, I believe that one is Station C, Station 8, yep. So box UFC, channel, we only know how to fire that missile first, and we need to do a few more things for launch. Let's go back onto here, set the flight, we'll go high for best range, infuse, inst, and then if you go to slammer display, press UFC, and set the distance at which the video feed starts. We'll set this to 5 miles for this missile. Great, so now without further ado we are ready to launch. So, master arm on, and we'll press the next button. There we go, one away. We'll get a countdown range from the datalink screen, and also a countdown for time to sensor, that's what TTS means. That is a countdown until the missile turns on its sensor. So you'll be joining me once the missile has turned on its sensor, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, we're back. The missile is 10 miles away from its target. In 5 more miles it'll turn on its sensor and we can re-guide it. I've been careful as the missile flies that I do not approach that 40-mile threshold where allegedly the bug stops, so we can really test if the bug is even a thing. So what we should be expecting if the bug is real, that any objects placed just by default by the map maker will not show up, and they have to be placed by the mission editor to show up. So again, we'll just see how that works, see if it's even a thing. And camera's coming on, so sensor control switch right. Yeah, you can see here we can't really see much, we can still see our target, so TDCD press, that'll freeze the camera, slew it onto a target. There we go. Let's just slew it a little more down, there we go. So that missile is going to fly into our target. Let's turn on the flare. see if you can see it. Don't be too far away though, because we are still 6 hours away from our target. And there we go, you can see it there, check. Confirmed hit. Okay, now let's switch to channel 2. There we go. So this time I will fly within 40 miles, fire the missile, and then that should allow us to actually see the rest of the map on the datalink. Apparently the issue comes from a multi-threading issue. ED are aware of the issue, however they've said they're not going to fix it currently not because fixing it would likely sacrifice performance. I'm not sure how true that is, I've not seen that from an official ED post. That's just what I've heard kind of down the grapevine. So, another thing to mention is when you first select the rest that are on and set it to ground and set the slammer, Slammer does have a warm-up period. It counts down from 10 minutes down to 0, and when the timer reaches 7.5 minutes, the missile is aligned enough to fire. Since we've been in the air for quite a while, there's no timer, but you may have noticed it when I first selected the Slammer, so I'm doing it now, so don't get confused. So I think now would be a good time to fire the missile. So yeah, we can confirm it's all set up, all good. Let's just check the Slammer display, mission. Yeah, that looks good, that was like what I set up. Okay, now let's go back. Flight height, diffuse, instant, distance. We'll keep that as 10 for this. Okay, and missile away. I'll just fly to the target, and we'll see what the difference is on the sensor when it turns on. So I'll join you back then, have a good one until I come back. Okay, welcome back. The missile is 10 seconds times sensor, so we'll get ready and missile to target. Hopefully this time we should be able to see the ground, and on the terrain from the missile sensor since we are within that 40 mile threshold. And yep, there you go. This works perfectly now, so yep, so we can confirm that the bug is a thing, unfortunately. Let's hope that one day he decides to fix it, but I don't see that happening since it really only affects the Hornet AGM-84E or something like this. Okay, so to control it again, sense the control switch to the left that has the missile on it. Then TDC depress to freeze it, then release once you have your target in the crosshairs. So we'll hit the same button we hit last time, just to ensure maximum damage on it. There you go. The missile appears to have contrast lock now. I'm not sure how clear it is, but this definitely has a better sensor than the Walleye's TV sensor. Since it is a much more modern weapon, you can see we can make last minute adjustments like that. And let's come down to the flare to watch it go in. Jack. There we go, good hit. 2 for 2. That's what I like to see. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Tonight we've learned how to use the AGM-84 Slammer, and I've been made aware of some unfortunate bugs with the system. I hope to see you in the next video. Shark31 signing off.